Let's go. Today is week 4, our final week with going live every weekday at 9 a.m. I told y'all, if we get 14,000 subscribers, I'm going to keep it going. So tell a friend to tell a friend to share to a friend to share to a friend so I keep this thing going. But today I want to jump into 4 different things, right? This is the news. This is like the current events. I want to break down what's going on in the AI space, right? So there's a lot of things happening in the auto space. There's a lot of things happening in cybersecurity. There's a lot of things happening with AI, just the AI itself. And who purchased who? Let's get into it. Woo! That's my intro until I get my intro. So today, is going to be a dope episode. I'm literally breaking down everything that's going on. Like I said before, if you follow me, this is what I really want to do, right? I literally want to do breakdowns of the tech industry because that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like a Market Mondays for technology, right? So cool. But as you see, I'm in a different space, you know what I'm saying? Trying out my mobile set. So this is literally my mobile. This is what I carry. These lights, this camera, everything. Now the internet isn't working good where I'm at, so I can't bring my slide to the thing. I don't know why, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna make this work, right? I got my trusty phone, so if I'm gonna look down a little bit, just know that I'm focused on you guys, right? Second, I gotta give a shout out to my nephew. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jay. He's in China somewhere enjoying his life. So he turned what, like 35, 4, like 34, 35, 35. If I'm turning 44, 30, my man turned 35. Happy birthday, Jay. And today, listen, Create 26 this week. I'm on stage Wednesday and Thursday. I got the confirmation days I'm on stage. I'm not sure if the weather's going to mess up. I'm not sure whatever's going to happen, but Wednesday and Thursday I'm on stage. And plus, Ken actually gave me free tickets. So if you want to go, if you really want to go to the website, go to General Admission, right? These are like $400 tickets. Use coupon code Mike. Coupon code Mike. And get your ticket. It's absolutely free. Just come check your boy out. If you really support me, support me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even asking for no money. Just come support. The venue is amazing. It's immaculate. It's a dope venue. So come to the venue, come check it out. And then what I'm going to be dropping, it's going to be like something I've never done before. So it's not going to be really teaching. It's going to be my inspiration. This is the lead into where I really want to go. So if you really rock with me, I hope to see you there. Use coupon code Mike, MIKE. So I want to break down, 4 different things, like I said. The efficiency war, right? Where who is going to be the number one ChatGPT? Like, who's going to be the number one chat box, right? And I could break this down a bunch of different ways, but I have my thoughts on it, and I'm gonna get into that. But I want to break down what's going on because a year ago from today, something big happened, and I'm gonna get into that, right? The next thing is I want to talk about how companies are purchasing other companies. Like, this is crazy, like the mergers and things like that. That is extremely crazy, and things is happening and things is moving. So I want y'all to be aware of what's going on. All right, I want to talk about the auto industry. A couple things happened there. I want to bring that up to your attention because, listen, you got to take this information and apply it to your life, right? But also you can apply it into the stock market. You see what's going on there because they don't go directly into tech, right? Well, Market Mondays, they align it, but I mean, you got to get the information, right? I'm gonna bring in the nerdy stuff, right? And then the 4th thing is cybersecurity, which I think I need to talk about every single week because it's something happening in cybersecurity every single week, every single day, and we need to know, is our information safe, right? And I have my thoughts on that. I'll get into that. So first, I want to talk about the chat box wars, right? You got Gemini, you got Claude, you got Anthropic. We got all these different chat boxes, right? But a year ago to the day, you had DeepSeek, right? And they came out running because they came out with this chatbot, right? Chatbots that was 10 times less inexpensive than ChatGPT, Claude, Anthropic, all these different ones, right? And, it kind of died down and, things like that. And people were scared of their information being shared, but they are promising a lot of the things that went wrong and promising that they're going to be even better, not only more efficient, but they're going to be better. Their performance is going to be better. Their results are going to be better. Everything's going to be better with this version 4 that's coming out really soon. So this is really big for the industry, because if they can promise, like, it's a China-based company, so it is what it is, right? They can say what they want to do. And TikTok became like one of the number 1 social media platforms, right? And we're going to get into TikTok too. But DeepSeek, this version 4, if it can be more powerful, right, than these other chat boxes, right, and less expensive, that's what NVIDIA is basically doing. They're creating these chips that are so much more energy efficient, and it costing so much less. So of course, that's why Intel is really losing market share, because why would a company buy a chip that is more expensive and uses more energy? Because if you use more energy, that means you have to design the architecture of the enclosure of the laptop or the computer much differently, right? You have to add more fans. It's just more money, more money, more money. The less efficient, the less fans you have to add, the less space in the laptop you have to add. So it's a long thing, but they're saying they're going to be more efficient, and I'm really interested to see not really how efficient, but how accurate the information is, how powerful the information is. That's what I am. Now, again, it's definitely things about the safety of your information. You don't want to be like, chatbots get a lot of information, right? They get a lot of information. So it's a really scary thing to like kind of like put your information all there and not feel secure with your information not being shared. Now, if you're somebody that really, really is scared for your information being shared, I would go to Notion. So that's a whole nother thing, because Notion's it's your own server, it's your own cloud, it's your own thing, it's your own brain. You know what I'm saying? So, and it uses the functionality and the genius of all those different chat boxes, but Notion. So, quick little thought. I think this is what I really think is going to happen. I don't think, because ChatGPT is going through their problems, because now they have to add ads. We talked about that, and they can't sustain. They have the most users, right? So they have the most. The production of the processes are being used much more than all the other ones, right? So this is what I think is going to happen. I think it's only going to be one, and I'm not sure what that one's going to be. Google, I do believe, has a really good advantage by partnering with Apple. So Google Gemini may be the number 1 thing. But like when you look at Anthropics or a Claude, they don't have the Google architect or the Google ecosystem to sustain losses for but so much longer, right? Or even ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't have, the investors don't want to invest anymore because they don't see where's the money, right? Where's the money? They don't see that, like, the free tier has to be gone. I don't think the ads is going to help. It's going to just disrupt the situation, and they're going to eventually get rid of ads and just make it a paid platform, because people can't live without ChatGPT. I understand you want it to be free, right, for some people, because you made a promise, but you also made a promise that you wouldn't charge anymore. You wouldn't ever charge. You started to charge. Elon and you wouldn't be going through wars if you didn't charge, right? He made a promise that he didn't want to charge. He wanted to be open. That's why it's called Open AI, right? And you decided to charge. All right, just make it a charge company, bro. Just make it a charge company. No more free accounts. You do that, it's going to stop everything. But it's only going to be one chat box that's going to be available. That's what I believe. And Google looks like the ones that are going to do it. I mean, Meta has some, Manus is my joint, but that's a whole different situation over there. They do it. That's like I said, I'm gonna get into a video about that. That's a whole situation. Manus is dope. It's crazy. It's amazing, but that's a whole nother situation. But we're gonna get into that, right? But yeah, basically, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be one, and I think Google's going to be that one, because Gemini is great, and it's it's really hard to beat a company as powerful as Google because Google has so many resources. They don't have to rely on nobody. And their technology is great. So if it comes down to the money, Google's going to win. So I think it's going to be one that everyone's going to have to use. And Google's going to have to end up buying ChatGPT so they have their information, their technology, and their people, and bring them over to theirs. And it'll just be Gemini. With the Apple merger, it just you can't really stop it, right? The next thing I want to break down is I want y'all guys to look up humans and this company is really, really dope, right? They are a company that looks at AI a little differently, right? They want to focus on the coordination and like of a human. Like they're thinking of AI as a human would think. They want to be closer to a human as possible when it comes to AI. So think about humanoids, right? And how they interact with people, how they that company is really, really, they just got 400, let me see, it's like $400 million, like $480 million they got, so they're they are taking a different approach as like the chat boxes are using agents and things like that. These guys are taking a wholly different approach. Now, remember what I always say: stop chasing the trend, become the trend. Stop chasing the trend, become the trend. These guys, if it really works for them, they can create a whole entire path that's going to change everything, right? Because they are not using the same technology. They are not using the same systems and processes. They are creating their own systems. And I think the head of Gronk, the head of Apple, one of the head of Apple's are like a bunch of these programmers and executives from all these different companies came together and created humans and they, because of their relationships, and this is why relationships are so powerful. Because of their relationships, they were able to create relationships with these people that with a lot of money, and they were able to get $480 million. That's why relationships are important. It's more powerful than money. And I guess they came together with their expertise, their genius, and their connections and relationships, and they formed this company. And they're like, we're going to take a different approach. We're going to approach this in a different way. So I want you guys to look up this company. This company is really, really big, and they're creating waves in the space. So they are going to be the next thing over agents. So instead of having agents, think of having human-like people doing human-like things, right? Like they're taking the robot out of the AI. It's crazy. Like it's making a robot. It's weird. I'm still looking into it, but I just heard about the company, so I wanted to just get you guys start doing your research, right? And looking at it. All right. So next topic. These mergers is crazy, bro. TikTok has just became a U.S. based company. Oracle and all of whoever purchased it, I don't even know how this is legal, but they eventually got it. They own it. And it's crazy because people are saying they're having issues with the platform. Like nothing's working. Information's feel like is not secure. There's a lot of things happening. People have been saying that the government is using it to track down immigrants and getting it. It's a lot of things happen. I mean, I think we all knew this was going to happen when it came to TikTok or when it came to any company owned by America. Like they're trying to take over all the spaces, crypto, and Trump's honest about it. He's like, I want everything. So he's really greedy, but I think we're going to need a new competitor. And I was talking to, a gentleman that owns Fanbase, right? Fanbase. And he has a great platform. And he said to me, he was like, yeah, I think this is my opportunity to seize a lot of the people because the people are tired of TikTok. They're tired of the BS. They want something that is going to be, you know, authentic, that's going to be organic, and that's going to be, you know, with them, you know. So definitely, you're going to be seeing a lot of fan base because he's going to be promoting it like crazy because this is an opportunity, right? Every bad opportunity seizes a great opportunity. This is a bad opportunity for TikTok. Now, this is going to be a great opportunity for fan base and other companies to take advantage of this market share because people are getting frustrated and tired of the platform. Now, I didn't even know that, like, I don't use TikTok, but I didn't even know how people were making so much money from these TikTok shops and things like that. And now, how is that going to still work, right? How is it going to be an American-based company? Now they're going to be going crazy on the taxes and all of this. And it's going to be a lot. So I don't know how much more productive this company is going to be. I don't think this company could be lasting too much longer because of the fact that it's just, it's going to have to have new leadership. They're putting too much sanctions on it. So I'm not feeling confident about TikTok. But again, I don't use it. I didn't know people were making, like, one of my homegirls, I spoke to her. I seen her. She had 1 million views on TikTok. I'm like, oh, you popping? And she's like, man, I made like 30,000 off that video. It's crazy. I'm like, what? So listen, that is a good opportunity. If people can make money on the platform and they don't, and the US don't, you know, Oracle or whoever owns this damn company doesn't interfere with the fact that they are, you know, people are making money, then I think we got some good possibilities of being all right. But if they get in the way of people making the money and people like fan base, you know, uses this opportunity to, you know, people make money on fan base now, but if they could pay a little bit more, watch out now. So that's going to be interesting. So watch out for TikTok. That's something good to watch out for. And I don't know if it affects the stock market, but Oracle owns it. I don't know if that affects their stock market. It should because they spent a lot of money for it, but keep an eye on that one. The next one is Google. Guys, have you been experiencing this? Put it in the comments. Let me know if you've been experienced. Your emails have been filtered wrong. Like, you're getting spam messages in the regular. You're getting your important messages in the spam. They have been experiencing major glitches with their Gmail system. Now, I don't know if they're changing algorithms or changing whatever they're changing, but something is happening over there by Google with the Gmail, bro. Gmail, come on, Google, fix this, bro. Like, the world uses your platform, your services, your systems. You can't be having, you are too powerful to be having these problems. Fix your shit, for real. So put it in the comments. Let me know if you are experiencing some of these issues. This is crazy. Like, literally, like, important. Imagine a very important email goes into your spam and you never see it. Who checks their spam? If you check your spam every day, put a yes in the chat. No one's checking your spam. I check my spam maybe once a month, and then I skim through it because it's millions of BS. So that is a really, really real thing happening right now. So if this is also a heads up, check your spam every day right now if you have Gmail, because there are things happening right now. So if you didn't know, now you know. Your boy Mike got you. I enjoy, like, I really read about technology every single day. And I'm like, why don't I just start talking about technology? I don't want to just teach all the time. I want to talk about things that are happening that in real time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's barbershop talk with tech. Like, maybe I can get one of my tech friends to come on and talk with me, because we be talking for hours about what's going on in this tech world. And I just want to make it like dumb. Nope. Take that back. Take that back. I may even edit this video because I don't want that in it. I'm gonna edit that out. But I want to take it and just talk about, like, in a cultural way, like, like how I'm talking about it. Like, I'm just, I don't want to be geeky. I just want to be like, it's cool, like, you know what I'm saying? But tech is cool. The next topic I want to break down is the autonomous topic, right? The auto world is going crazy. First thing, if you didn't know, so now Tesla's doing two things, right? They're doing two things. One is something that I've been waiting for, but I don't own a Tesla anymore. So unfortunately, it's not going to benefit for me, but it will benefit you. If you have a Tesla and you are a little upset because they don't have CarPlay, well, you're in luck. you may have it now, or you're going to have it sooner than later. Some cars have it already, but Tesla is now implementing CarPlay, the regular one though, not the like they have a CarPlay Ultra, which gives you even a tremendous amount of more features. But to have your music app, to have your contacts, to have maps, and the essential things, you are now going to have CarPlay in your Tesla. So be on the lookout for that. If you have it already, shout to you. Put it in the chat if you have it already, because that's huge. I think that's huge. I have a Lucid now. I drive a Lucid, so and I love the Lucid, but they at least they committed to adding CarPlay and all these different things. Like there's a lot of things they committed to, but Tesla never even committed. They said they're not doing it. And I know Tesla, Elon's ego gets in the way a lot of times, and he doesn't want to do things because he just doesn't want to do them. So I knew before I even bought the Tesla that it wasn't going to have CarPlay, because just coming from a company owned by Elon. So that's cool. And the second thing is they are taking away the full self-driving, right? So it used to be like two different levels. Now it's either no self-driving or full capacity self-driving, like the super self-driving. So it's no more in between anymore. And I think the problem is, my personal opinion is that one, they think it's more confusing now, but I think it's less confusing. I think it's either have it or don't. You shouldn't have multiple tiers, like one drives on highways, one does and doesn't drive in the city, and one drives in the highway. And it should be B or not, yes or no, white or black. I agree with that. But I think what was happening was customers were having, like, I think they were getting to those accidents that were happening. I think they were happening with the dumbed down version. And I don't like to say dumbed down, but it was the least amount of features. I think, I'm not sure, but this is just my opinion, because why would you take it away? I don't think, I know why. I think I know why. I just thought about it. No, it can't be, because it's a software update. It's not, see, the capabilities is not a hardware capability thing. It's not like you need more hardware for your car. So it couldn't have been a production thing where they save less on production, but maybe so. Maybe you need more production in the car. I know Tesla, the way they design their cars, they want it to be as simple as possible so they can produce more cars. So that's why you see most of the cars have all the same features, and the only features that are changing via software update. So it could be that. So we can look into that. But if you have a Tesla, two things you got to look at. If you have full self driving, they are taking it away. Like, you don't have it anymore. They don't update your car. Take updates off, because if you update your car, they're taking it away. Like, you could have had it and it's gone. And if you have the full capacity, whatever it's called, that's all you're gonna have. So that's something to look for. That is really, really important. Another thing I want to talk about is Waymo. Waymo is under investigation, right? Because they had, now see, this is the thing. It's gonna make mistakes, right? People, it's gonna make mistakes. And I'm not saying I'm okay with the mistakes, because I have autonomous driving, and I was on a long drive with my family, and I said, I don't trust autonomous driving with my family, right? I just didn't trust it, because, again, I don't have 100% faith in technology like that. I do love technology, and I do believe in technology, but I ain't trust it to be driving with my family. Like, I don't want to put my family's life in jeopardy with technology. So with that being said, there are going to be mistakes, right? If I didn't believe it was going to be mistakes, I would trust it with my family. So when things happen, like, I believe a Waymo truck did some illegal activity on a school bus. I think it just drove past why the thing was open, and now they're under investigation, maybe taking them off the road. But the thing is that it made a mistake. The mistake didn't cause any harm to anyone's life, which is a blessing. Thank God for that. But it could have. So mistakes do happen, though. Like, I think you got to look at the big picture. Like medicine, they will prescribe a medicine to you knowing that it's possible for you to cause harm to you, right? The thing is that if it's going to help 1,000 people but harm 2 people, they are okay with harming those 2 people. That's literally how the medicine people work. They know that these side effects and all this stuff, they have to tell you this by law and all that, but they know for a fact that it's going to harm you, right? That's going to harm some people, but it's going to help many more. So think about technology and autonomous driving. There's going to be accidents, right? But there's going to be a lot less accidents and a lot less people getting hurt versus a human driving a car. And that's how you got to think about it. That's the reality of it. So I don't know like what's going to happen, but it's definitely something to think about. I would never put autonomous driving when someone else is in the car. If it's just you if you're going to risk your life. Don't risk nobody else's life. We're not going to do that. I want to know from y'all though, guys. Have you ever drove autonomous drive? Like, have you ever let the car drive itself? Put a yes in the chat if you did. Put a no in the chat if you didn't. I would like to know if you did autonomous driving before. It's definitely fun. It's like I'll be eating, I'll be doing all types of stuff, right? So you got to keep your eyes on the road, but it's really cool. Just do it by yourself. Now, somebody on the other end of this might be saying, well, you're putting other people in jeopardy. That is true. I can't lie, but like I said, it's going to be accidents that happen, but it's going to be much, much fewer accidents versus a human driver. So you just got to take the good with the bad, So unfortunate. The last thing I want to go over is cybersecurity. I want to talk about 3 things. The first thing is Russian government hackers attempted power outages in Poland, and the whole entire grid is now vulnerable, right? What does that say to people in terms of their security and their safety? If Russia can go and produce power outages for Poland, could they do it to us? Could they do it to other countries? I think what they're doing with Poland is really testing their technology. I think they're trying to see how far they can go. And in terms of Russia, I don't know if they like us anymore, right? Or ever did. I know Trump met with the prime minister, but I don't think the relationship is doing pretty well, doing any good or whatever. But that is something to be looked at. I want you to look that up, Google that, and see what's going on. Because if you are into politics, if you are into cybersecurity, this is a big thing. I don't really like to, what you don't know, you don't know. What you do know, you do know. And once you know, you can't unseen once you know, right? So I hate the fact that I seen an interview with a CIA agent, and he said they 100% are watching you. Like, a CIA spy said they are 100% watching you. They can look through your text messages. They listen to your calls. They listen to your phone when it's off. The TV. A CIA spy said this. I can't unsee that, and I don't want to. Like, the less I know, I want to just enjoy my life, and I don't want to be worried with everyone watching me. I know that I'm not doing anything illegal or bad, but who wants somebody watching them, right? And now that I know, like, a CIA spy said that, it makes me feel uncomfortable, right? So, I mean, I think if you want all this technology, it comes with drawback. It's the same thing with the prescription thing. It's like you want these great things, it's gonna come with some drawbacks, and that drawback is they have control of you. Like, really, literally, they can control what you listen to, what you see. They can control. They know what you're gonna want. They know what you see. They know what you're talking about. They know any moves you're making. So it is a problem. But I mean, I don't think there's anything we could do about it, So Apple partner Luxshare, right? So Luxshare is one of the encryption companies that Apple uses. Like, they basically, work with Apple. They went off and stole their information and shared it with a bunch of people, right? So they took like confidential files and from NVIDIA, Tesla. I think Tesla was involved. NVIDIA and Tesla. So yeah, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Apple. They took their confidential files and literally shared them with the black web. So who knows what's in these files? That was definitely like, and that's the problem with partnering with companies. Like Google is literally going to have a lot of information from Apple users at this point. And not only do they have Android information already, they're going to have Apple information. I'm telling you, invest in Google, man. Invest in Google. Invest in Google. Google is going to be a monopoly of the monopoly. They're going to be the definition of monopoly. They got so much power, man. It's crazy. Yep, it's crazy. Oh, man, Google's crazy. So that's what happened this week. Microsoft. Ooh, Microsoft. See, this is the thing. This is the last time I talk about. This is the thing I don't like. If you put your trust inside of a company, you expect that company to do right by you, right? I don't think I use any Microsoft product. Like literally any Microsoft. I don't use any Microsoft product. But again, it could be Google, it could be Apple, it could be any product. But the thing is, if you put your trust in these products, you expect them to do right by you. And people that have been using Microsoft, that confide in Microsoft, have confidence in Microsoft, there's no way that you should be selling or giving information to anybody from your users. No way. And what they did was they gave the information to the FBI. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Basically, passwords, everything. Like if I had a whole entire encryption, like all my stuff in my Microsoft cloud was up there, right? And Microsoft says it's encrypted, no one can get to it. And then you turn around and give it to the FBI, for all people, the FBI, and this thing that is encrypted that no one can get into, right? They give them the encryption keys to get into your cloud. That is unacceptable, Microsoft. Shame on you, Microsoft. I mean, the founder of that company has been doing a lot of crazy stuff, and I'm not in support of what he's been doing, but shame on you, man. You're losing the trust of the people. And I think that's what's going to win everybody is being genuine, being authentic, and being trustworthy. None of these companies are trustworthy. None of them. You can't trust none of them. There's no way that you should have given your information. No way. Like that's crazy to me. So cybersecurity is something I want to start taking a deeper dive into because I know I've seen it already. I heard it. I can't unsee it. I seen it on TV about the CIA agent. So I have to learn how to move accordingly. And I put this in your hands. You got to learn how to move accordingly with this information, right? What to and what not to put on these platforms. Stop putting all your business in these platforms because they're watching you. They 100% are. The thing is when your card is pulled, how much information are they going to have of yours? That's the question. They may not be looking at you now, but once your card is pulled, what can they do to you? What can they do to you? That's what I'm going to leave with you. So this was cool. I want to do more of these. Like I said, there'll be a time where I'm doing this a lot. But I have to get more comfortable just speaking. I'm speaking to the camera, right? I mean, maybe I'll get somebody to talk to me when I'm doing topics like this, but because I want to cover a vast amount of topics, and like maybe two of these topics that I was really, really into. Two, I want to like kind of walk around. I'm not really like, not that I'm not into it, but I'm like, I got to tread water nicely. And maybe I'll have someone a little bit on the platform that is a little bit more, eager to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Like, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend so we can get this to 14,000. Subscribe to your boy, man. I want to keep going. Later, y'all. Take it easy.